Hey, this is Corey Maselli on the Corey Maselli Show, streaming out to all 50 states and a bunch of other countries on Rap Fiend Radio. I got my guy Matthias Bangstam Anderson holding it down over in Denmark. Today we got a guest, Trey Morgan. Trey, I'm gonna turn it over to you. I know a little bit about you, but you'll give a much better introduction on yourself than I can give you based on my limited detail of information. Hit it, brother. What you got going on, Trey?
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me, brother. So basically what I do is I help men with their dating lives. I focus on the inner game, getting their mindset right and getting themselves in the right emotional state. I believe in manifestation. I believe we can create our own reality. We can attract a reality where we have beautiful women, abundance, but it starts in the mind. So I focus on that kind of way of doing things. I don't really teach guys pickup lines and all that stuff. I help them become the type of man that can attract women by thinking like that type of man, by feeling like that type of man, and taking the actions of the type of man that attracts beautiful women. So, I mainly focus on dating life, but I mean, this applies to all areas of life. Like if you get your mind right, get yourself in the right energy, you take the right actions, you can create anything in your reality, whether it's a better business, whether it's better relationships with people in general, whether it's, more abundance, more resources, opportunities. You just got to get yourself in the right state of being to create your ideal reality. So that's what I focus on.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Trey, you'll probably appreciate this, man. The first business launch that I ever was involved in, sports performance business. And one of the principles that we tell each athlete is attitude drives the actions, which drive results. And then we go back and talk about attitude a little more, talk about a paradigm, a set of beliefs, your true, and I think I need to start revisiting this myself more because it's powerful information to help a lot of young athletes. But it basically echoes what you just said. So you got to establish what your set of beliefs are, man. Have a distinct worldview that you kind of review and kind of revisit on the daily. And I think that's kind of what you're saying, man. Mindset. Get your mind right, plug it into the direction you want to go. But it's kind of cool how you like the concepts being similar, but the application being a lot different. I think it's pretty fucking cool, actually. Mm-hmm. Tell me, you have a business based around this, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell us how that works, man.
Yeah. So basically, men come to me with their challenges in their dating life. I'm not getting the women I want in my life, or I'm not getting the specific type of women I want in my life, or I want more abundance, or I can't approach a girl. I'm having a hard time. I see a beautiful woman, I can't approach her. Like those are all challenges that I face that I've been able to overcome. So I share my process on how I did it. For me, I started off really shy, awkward when it comes to girls. Like I didn't lose my virginity until 24 years old because I was just had like all these insecurities around just not feeling good enough, or being afraid of rejection, or past trauma, all these different things. And instead of like being a victim and just kind of settling and saying, no, I'm this shy, awkward dude that can't attract women, I said, fuck that. I'm gonna figure out how to become more powerful, how to become more attractive, how to make shit happen. And so I went out there. I didn't have all the knowledge I have now about the power of the mind and all that stuff. I maybe had a basic understanding. But one thing I did know, if you go and take action, shit can happen. So I learned like just going out, approaching a ton of women. When I just started, I was afraid to approach beautiful women. So I tell guys, I started by talking to old ladies. I had to humble myself and start there because, if you can't even talk to strangers in general, how do you expect you're going to be able to approach a beautiful woman and be confident, all that shit? So I started with old ladies and I built it up. I just kept going out until eventually I had the confidence to go up to the women I find attractive. And then I was able to, get comfortable around them and communicate my sexuality, all these things. And I was able to create abundance, man. I was able to lose my virginity. I was able to start, having multiple relationships with multiple women. And just like that area of my life became handled, right? And so that gave me the confidence to start teaching it, because I know what it's like to be on one side of the spectrum, like getting nothing, to going on the other side of the spectrum where like I could create at will. Like if I want to go meet a woman right now, I could go to a grocery store, make it happen. I could go to the park, right? I don't have to like hope for it to happen or whatever. I can go and make the shit happen. And I have a process for it. It's not just taking action now. It's getting everything in alignment. It's having the right thoughts. It's tapping into the right energy and then taking action. So now you're more powerful with your efforts, you're more efficient.
I think that's pretty much sums up like a man's world, really, because, you know, as a woman, you can kind of go live your life on a nice dress, and men will come to you and you can kind of pick and choose, you know. But for a man, if you don't really build yourself up, if you don't carry yourself a certain way, and you know, then, I mean, fuck, you could be rich and get zero action at all, you know, nothing going your way. You really have to build yourself up, and if you don't do it as a man, then it becomes pretty dangerous, because you're just about taking the first girl who looks your way, no matter how good or bad she is for your health, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll say this kind of random to a point, but I think it fits in. Like Matthias and I get on some philosophical freaking. By the way, getting back to the King Kong versus Cheech and Chong concept, Matthias. But
yeah,
all right. But with the,
I almost killed
again,
you, man.
Trey, so much of what you're saying reminds me about the protocols we use with our athletes, man. I mean, shit, it's like remarkably similar. But the one thing we talked about was the power of emotion, being in touch with your emotion, controlling your emotion, and driving that, you know, intentionally into whatever the goal or your direction it is. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think emotions are extremely powerful. I wasn't aware of this when I started. I was being a robot, and that's why it took me so long to make shit happen, because I would go up and approach women, and I would just go up like kind of with like a shield up, right. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like they weren't able to really connect with me because I wouldn't open up. I wouldn't like show emotion. I would just put a shield. Eventually I realized that doesn't work. So I started opening up. I started putting emotion into what I was doing. I started to show that I really was into the girl. I would show some passion. I would show some love. And that was when I started like attracting them, because now they could feel something, right? And that can be applied to anything. Like in your business, if you show up in your business and you're just like robotic, you know, you're not going to make no noise. You got to put your passion into it. You got to put your energy. If you have a love for your business, put your love into it, you know, find that emotion, courage, you know, whatever it is, determination, like whatever emotion you could tap into, because people could feel emotion, right?
Trey, let me expand on that, man. I'm going to do a little bit of promotion of what we're working on. It absolutely ties into what you just said. You know, we've got a series of complete experiential events coming, you know, similar to a music festival, but a lot more than that. It's a big picture and a big plan. It's going to take a few $1 million to get this plan off the ground. And I don't have a lot of financial resources right now, but I do have a great network of like people I'm in touch with, and I've got a lot of business experience. And then I also
get a pretty hefty investment, though.
True.
So,
but I'm getting there. Hold on. But long story short, I went through the power of prayer and intention and meditation. Also, Trey, is the point I was going to make. Matthias was kind enough to distract my thoughts.
Yeah.
But anyway, so fast version of the story. I mean, describing the process of how I met these two men would take too long. But I was put in touch with two very powerful, like genius level, radical, creative, successful men. A gentleman by the name of Jesse Sarami, who's based out of New Jersey. He's done work with Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, you know, Snoop Dogg, any like high level performer you can think of. He's pretty much been in touch with. He does technology events, music events. He's got professional recording studios. He's got other business he's got his hands into, and he's one of his specialties is raising capital for new highly growth potential businesses. So I was put in touch with him, shared the vision that we had with him. Bam, light bulb went on. He's like, Corey, I'm in. He's become a coach for building a full freaking system that's going to be in a radical position to change the world, Trey. And I'm going to talk a little more about that later. Let me shift gears. This will make sense in a minute. Was put in touch with another gentleman by the name of Tom Althouse, who's the original screenplay architect for the Matrix series. And obviously, the gentleman that they can put a piece of that magnitude together is on a different level in a lot of ways, and was put in direct touch with him. And Tom, his name is Tom Althouse. Shout out Tom Althouse. Love you, brother. This is going to be big. This is going to be world changing, man. And his original message was a little bit distorted by mass media, if you can believe that. So Tom has been looking for a platform to get his real original message out to the multitude in a very audio-visual, like dopamine-rich environment to show people like what's behind the scenes of the reality that were presented by mass media. That's that machine. So anyway, both of these gentlemen said the same thing. Corey, we're on your team. We're going to do this. And the number one buy-in we have is because of the passion you have towards this project. So long-winded way of saying, Trey, yes, that passion alone, put me in a position where we're now, we've got a think tank with, with the ability to generate millions of dollars, use radically advanced technology, and put a show/experience together that has never been done before. So to your point, Trey, the power of intention, emotion, and like being committed and having a vision that's cast for the future of what you want to achieve is so, so important. I'm basically saying the same thing you are and applying it to this business experiential, audio visual, power event has been. A lot of people I talked to about it over the last year just thought it was flat out nuts and fucking crazy. And it was like I was speaking a different language to them. But as I kept talking about the plan, kept meditating about it, kept reaching out, kept asking and talking to people about it, boom, 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 boom. All the resources based on the goals that I had set started to appear. So I'm just telling you, Trey, I can absolutely relate to what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. And you mentioned meditation, and Mateus will tell you, towards the end of my business, my teachings, I started talking about meditation a lot because it's a great way to tap into a certain state of being before you begin your day. A lot of people, they begin their day and they just go right into their subconscious program, right? But instead of doing that, you wake up in the beginning of your day and you go into your meditation. How do I want to think today? How do I want to feel today? What actions do I want to take today? How do I want to show up in my reality today? What character is showing up in my movie of life today? You come from that perspective of I am the creator of my reality, right? You think about a movie. If I say, James Bond is going to be in a movie, you know what type of movie it's going to be because James Bond is in it. If I say Daffy Duck is going to be in a movie, you know what type of movie it's going to be because it's Daffy Duck. So the character in the movie determines how the movie's going to be, especially if it's a powerful character. So you show up with strong intent, right? Clear intent and powerful emotions, not these low-level emotions like fear and worry and doubt and all that shit. No, courage, joy, love,
Boom,
passion,
the same
right?
language, brother.
Yeah, those are the emotions we want to tap in because those are the emotions of creation, right? Those are the emotions that can lead to something new, can lead to a new future. So yeah, we want to do that. We want to take control of our lives. We don't want to be victims or at effect. We want to be at cause.
Do you believe that we should use frustration and anger towards the things that are in the way and the things that are keeping us from having all those positive emotions and directing it into attaining more self-love and courage and all that?
Yeah, I think that's how it starts. It starts with frustration and anger because I was frustrated and angry about being a shy dude that wasn't getting any girls, right? So it started there. And then I used that to kind of get me to start taking action. And then that fear and that anger and that frustration, it turned into courage, right? And turned into faith. It turned into, now it turned into these more elevated emotions. But yeah, it starts with anger and frustration. You got to get pissed. You got to get sick of.
Hey, but Matthias and Trey, man, I got to jump in on this. This is so relevant, but I've got to read a text message, so it's going to jump off camera or something. You can still hear me when I jump off camera, right, Matthias? Let's try it. Hey, can you hear me, Matthias?
Yes.
All right, this is a person I'm very close with, Mariah Alizé, a girl helps me with the Squat Life brand, wrote this yesterday, Trey and Matthias. Check this out. He said, though some people may perceive our vision as a little dark, honestly, it's genuine. And I feel that those who resonate will be relieved to find a brand, Squat Life, our brand, that embraces the journey of darkness many people have had to take as their journey to the light. True hard work, grit, perseverance, and strength is built in our shadows. I feel like a lot of people struggle to work out consistently or stay consistently focused on their goals purely because of their mentality. I love the fact that Squat Life embraces that warrior attitude and continually promotes the mental development as well as physical development. So Trey, the brand that we're rocking and rolling on, I think also echoes a lot of what your belief system is all about, man. And literally, those are words from a different person, not me, but it so echoes what I feel the true nature of our brand is about, man. And it's what's the word? It's very harmonic with what you got going on too, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I believe in integrated masculinity. So when I just started like teaching, in the men's dating niche, I was all about be a masculine man, like be dominant, be bold, be this, be that. And I think that is one part of it. But I also think the integrated masculine man, he's dominant, he's bold, he's focused, he's assertive, he's disciplined, but he's also loving, he's also caring, he's also empathetic, he's also compassionate, right? He also wants to help others, right? He also cares about, he wants a win-win situation. He's not, oh, how do I beat this person and make this person lose? No, how can we both win, right? How can we all benefit? How can we all grow, right? I have this mentality that we're all connected, right? Like I see I was at the strip club yesterday and like, I'm just talking to people. I see everyone as my brothers and sisters. Like I'm talking to them like I'm talking to y'all. Like I don't really see the separation. I think that's like, that creates like this limited perspective of like, oh, it always needs to be a fight or a battle. Like, don't get me wrong, I love competition and stuff like that. But at the same time, like if I'm in a situation and we both can win, we both can grow, we both can evolve together, like that's my mentality, right? How can we all get what we want? When I'm dealing with a client, it's like, okay, this person is paying me. How can I give him the value so that when he pays me, he feels like the value was way more than what he paid me, right? Like I'm not just trying to get paid and, oh, let me do the least amount of work to no. I want to make the world a better place. Like I'm really about, serving and just like, giving my gift, and it's like I've gotten to this place where I feel like I'm beyond just the egotistical of like I want to beat everybody and all that stuff. Like it started like that, but now it's about co-creation. It's about like teamwork. How can when you invited me to come on this show, I want to come on the show because I know like we come and we have conversation, right? We give different perspectives. We'll be able to reach a greater audience, right? Because some people will kind of understand how I'm speaking about something. Some people understand how you're speaking about it, Corey, and how you're speaking about Mateus, because we all have a different perspective. So that's what I believe in. It's like, how can we co-create, right? How can we build together and make an impact,
Yeah, and I mean, Corey and I actually have like some things where we have pretty much the same opinion, but the way we articulate it makes us like get into disagreement because we interpret it differently. So the more conversation we have, I think the more of a positive impact we can make on the world. It can only be positive. Maybe a little bit negative here and there if stuff happens, but overall it can only have a positive benefits for the world if you just keep on talking,
Hey, Trey, I just want to say this, man. It's like really fucking like refreshing and badass talking to you. Man, I really fucking, I'm 100%. And dude, I think this is the beginning to a relationship where we can all work together and really do some really fucking cool shit, man. Like, you got my head spinning. Like, again, it's so refreshing being able to have a conversation with someone that can really like jive with what you have to say. So thanks, brother. I know you've been to be in this position that you are now. I already know you fucking been through a wild journey, a lot of ups and downs and things like that. So whatever it's been, I know it ain't been easy, man, but fuck it. That's not how warriors are crafted.
Yeah, man. I enjoy the entire journey. I tell people like, when you go to a movie, you don't wait until the end of the movie to enjoy the movie. Like you enjoy the whole movie. As soon as the movie starts, you enjoy it. And it's entertaining. So I see life like that. Like I enjoy my whole life, like the ups and the downs, the challenges. I'm like, okay, how am I going to show up during this challenge? If this was a movie, how would my character show up with this adversity, right? Would he fold? Would he go and say, oh, why is this happening to me? Would he go and complain? Would he bitch about it? Or would he say, all right, show me what you got? Oh, that's it? That's it? Nah, this ain't shit. This ain't shit. Like that's how I want to show up in my movie. Right?
And Trey, to a point, I think I'm talking to someone that's listening to this right now. Motherfucker, you don't even fold your clothes. Why are you gonna fold with that bullshit? Keep on moving forward and kick fucking ass, whatever it is you're going through, man.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, man. Let's go. No T.S., you had something to say, brother. What's up?
No, I'm just wondering, what did you say? You don't fold your clothes. Why would you fold? What?
Yeah, I'm just talking. I got a feeling I'm talking to someone out there that's going through some shit. It's just I'm just throwing a action fully live meat. You don't even fold your clothes. Why are you going to fold to these guys or this problem or whatever it is you're facing?
Well, obviously,
Don't
because
fold
he's
is the
too
point.
fucking lazy
Don't
to
fold
fold his
is the
clothes
point.
like a real adult. Of course, he folds to life around him when he can't even keep his house in order and fold his fucking clothes, Corey.
He's got 3 girls on. He's got 3 girls with snap of his fingers to fold his clothes. Why the fuck he's got to be folding clothes with you?
Oh, now I hear you.
Fuck out of here, motherfucker! Get that weak shit out of here, Matthias.
But it's true if someone has no ladies or if you live without a lady, you know. Don't keep me those eyes. But I believe even the man who has hope and
all right, anyway, let's get, hey, I think
no. Even the man who has women to do all the house shit for him, he should still be able to do them and have some experience doing it, you know, because otherwise he's just his mom, you know.
Sometimes you just don't get the point, and this is one of those times, man.
Well, I got the point, and then you keep pushing me, so fuck you.
Hey, but we should probably get Trey to weigh in on this. It's a pretty important subject, and I think we need to come to a final conclusion, or at least a theory we can stand behind.
He has like 5 girlfriends doing it for him.
Would Cheech and Chong handle King Kong's bong better, or would King Kong handle Cheech and Chong's bong better?
Yeah, so Cheech and Chong, I'm familiar with, like, I've heard of them, but I guess like it's from a movie or something, right? I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not even sure.
Cheech Chong, like first and last name of just one person, right, Corey?
No, it's a partner, man. It's Shake and Bake, man. The original OG fucking pot slayers back in the 70s and 80s.
So it's 2 people, Cheech and Chong?
Cheech and Chong.
Oh, damn. Well, that makes it more interesting because now it's 2 versus 1, but the one is fucking ginormous.
Yeah. Now, Trey, this is pretty important, man. We got to figure this out because King Kong might be smoking some like crazy ayahuasca Congo shit that these guys don't even know about. So, like, seriously, Matthias and I had a really, good philosophical like journey on this, and we're stumped, man. So we need a third party to weigh in and just give us what you got on this issue.
So can you run it back to me, King Kong? Who would smoke the joint better?
Yeah, can Cheech Chong handle King Kong's bong, and can King Kong handle Cheech Chong's bong?
Who's gonna fade out first, man? Are they both gonna just unite and become the power package and just change the world, go kill Godzilla or something?
Or is that like three people suicide at once? We don't know what's in his
King Kong, bro.
Life begins at death. It's a new chapter.
We don't know what's in King Kong's bong because his jungle shit, it's good. There could be something new out there, some very fermented shit with like sable tiger fermentation on a certain plant we've never seen before. Like, we don't fucking know, and like we don't know. And he's much bigger than Cheech Chong, but Cheech Chong has more experience. He might never have smoked before.
Well, but we're just going to operate under the principle that he does. There's some like magical plant where he's from that he just goes and burns like dead villagers and like inhales the vapor and just goes and does King Kong shit.
Does any of you know if like gorillas like sometimes eat or drink or inhale something that makes them high or drunk?
I don't know, man.
In nature,
it's our reality. It's our reality to be shaped.
I know there's a bug that drinks some type of alcohol off of plants all day long, like really wasted 24/7.
Who knows, man? There's probably all kinds of. Who knows? Maybe there's some weird plants that affect animals different than us anyway.
I'm sure that
doesn't really matter. So, Trey, maybe you need a few days to ponder this because I know it is a pretty deep. It's a deep level question. So we get back to that
as well because of the coca plants. Coca leaf.
Hey, Trey, what kind of workouts you do over there?
I do calisthenics. So like, for example, right now I'm doing like 1-arm push-ups, I'm doing dips, I'm doing pull-ups, I'm doing
what's your dip record? Dip PR, baby. What you got?
Right now I'm doing like I think like maybe 4 sets of 20 or something like that.
That's what's up. If you had to like just blast out 1 set of dips, that's your whole workout. All you got to do, pour all your energy. What do you think?
I remember one time
60, 80?
Yeah, 100
It's
maybe.
possible. I haven't really tested it out, but it's possible, man.
He probably does it like
Video that
later,
shit,
later
man. I
in
want
the
to see what you can do.
he probably does dips like later in the workout, you know, after a bunch of push-ups or whatever, you know, because he
I understand.
combines
Things like
exercises. I've seen some of the workout plans he does, you know, and he combines exercises. It really gets pumped up, you know. I remember you told me a long time ago, Trey, that you might like do some other type of training because doing handstand push-ups were too easy. You were doing it on one arm because it was so easy.
Yeah, I'm doing the one-arm push-ups. At some point, I'll probably like, you know, maybe
Handstand.
get into the gym, huh?
Yeah, handstand push-ups on one arm.
Handstand push-up. Now my balance is not all that great, so I don't know, but maybe over time, if I keep practicing, I'll get there.
Yeah. I thought that was what you told me, but maybe I remember wrong, you know.
Nah, I could do regular one-arm push-ups, not handstand.
That's awesome.
I remember doing that when I was 13.
Trey, here, let me add this. Because I've done chunks of time where I did pretty much calisthenics is like a big part of the work I did. And I know some dudes out there that do just pure calisthenics. They do get jacked, man. I mean, it's resistance training. Anyway, you're only limited by your creativity. But the one that's missing from any like calisthenic based workouts is like any kind of like deadlift movement, which is not necessarily important, but you know, hitting some kind of deadlift training in your workout does a whole lot for both your like, hormonal system, including like your adrenaline, some other hormones that have a role to play in like that burst of energy. And like with a calisthenic workout, you can get like a lot of great exercise. You can develop a lot of muscle, but you miss that aspect to it. I mean, I think so. A badass program could be some kind of purely calisthenic based for 80% of the training or whatever percent you want to assign to it, and then integrating some deadlift work to it. I've never seen someone intentionally do that. I think that'd be a badass way of like catapulting some good results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's interesting. Like for me, it depends on my priorities at the time. So right now, like I work out, but like there was a time where I was working out every single day and I was doing this penitentiary workout and all this shit because like my physique was very like a high on my priority at the time, where now it's like, of course I want to stay in shape, but it's not like super on my priority. So I just have like my little routine that I do just to stay in shape. But like now, like my spiritual journey has taken over as my priority. Like I meditate like maybe 2-3 hours a day now. I do walking meditations. You know, I do different meditations, like meditations for manifestation, meditations for regulating my emotions, meditations for you know, just getting in a certain state of being. You know, I just really, man, it's just crazy how much power we have if we can just like sit down and get in tune with ourselves, even tapping into your higher intuition. Sometimes we look outside of ourselves for answers. The answers are within. If you silence your mind, you'll find the answer within and you'll tap into your higher intuition. That's what I need to do. Yeah.
That voice in the back of our head is like a message from above or whatever you want to call it, whatever rings your jibe, you know, or like your subconscious message about what you fucking have to do. And the longer you go and ignore it and act in the opposite way of it, the worse you feel and the more your life is shit, you know. It's like really, there's no way really to describe it that can convince people of it, but I think everyone who really looks back at their life and reflects on their own like way of being, that listening to that message deep back in the back of your head, you know, it's like I probably need to listen to it. Like it's really important.
Hey man, Trey, like the points you're hitting are so relevant to like what's going on in my world right now. Like the meeting I had with Jesse and Tom on Thursday, I knew both these gentlemen, they bring a lot of energy, a lot of experience, and a lot of like power into the way they communicate in general. You got to be on point when you talk to these guys. So I literally spent like I didn't know the exact time, but I'd say a good 4 hours in silence, meditating and clearing my mind and opening my mind to be able to keep up with like the intellectual speed these gentlemen bring to the table. And like with that said, in addition to that, really thinking about the best outcome that this meeting of the minds could yield. To your point, like that's what the meeting itself is like an hour and 40 minutes. The mental preparation, you know, beyond other things, that day was like a good 4 hours of solitude and preparation and just getting my mind in this right state, just like you're talking about. So, you know, Trey, how old are you?
28.
Yeah. So you're figuring this, you know, just keep on going to the journey, man. It's awesome. I think what I've at times, unbeknownst, not necessarily consciously, but there's times I felt like I kind of arrived, if you will, or like stopped the process in that self-development mission, and keep going no matter what, man. And never stop that process, because the process is designed to never end. You keep elevating, keep learning, keep sharpening what you're doing, and keep understanding like how to shape this, like you said, this movie character that we are so much in charge of. So I'm with you, brother. I mean, I really just, but everything you're saying is so powerful and so to the point. I'll shut up. You keep talking.
How do I meditate?
Yeah, nah, I'm definitely gonna keep going, bro, because like a lot of it now for me is about being able to inspire others, you know. So the deeper I go, the more I'm able to manifest and create amazing things in my life. You know, I can show these things and people will listen more, because sometimes, you know, you speak about certain things and people, you know, may not hear it, but when they see, you know, this is what it's creating, like look at my life that I'm manifesting, right? Because I'm continuing on this process, and people start paying attention. Oh, what was he saying about meditation? Oh, what was he saying about, you know, getting in control of your thoughts and your emotions? Oh, okay, yeah, let me start doing it. You know, like my thing is just like getting other people, you know, who may think, for example, meditation. I used to be against it because I used to think it was, ooh, why the hell would I sit down and just listen to my thoughts or whatever? Like that's a waste of time. Let me go take action, whatever, right? But then someone who I saw who was like, you know, showing what his process was doing for him. Like this guy, he was getting women and he was showing his success and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, I manifested this, right? And then I started listening because he was inspiring me. So that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people. So I'm going to keep going in my journey, keep evolving, you know, and sharing these insights and sharing what's working for me, so I can help others. Because once you get to a place where you're good, because like I feel very good, I feel very whole, I feel very peaceful, and you know, and I'm in a really great place, and so I just want to help others get here, you know.
Yeah,
like
man.
that's what it's about.
Yeah, it flows right off you. I love it, man. Matthias, you got any? Hey, how much time do we have left in this first segment, Matthias?
Always down to 3 minutes.
Well, yeah. Why don't we break out and so stay ahead of the curve a little bit. Wrap this first segment up, then we'll pick up just a moment here. Hey, Corey Maselli, Trey from the Masculine Throne, Matthias Bennington Anderson, the Sexy Viking. We will see you in a minute. Peace.
Peace.